be here today. I'd like to thank the Pasadena Sports Hall of Fame for inducting me along with these other great participants into the Hall of Fame. For those of you that know me, you know that public speaking is the thing I hate the most. So I'm going to keep it short and simple. Growing up here my entire life was amazing. The kids that I grew up with in the neighborhood, playing football from light pole to light pole. Cars are inbounds, just so you know. The Pop Warner coaches that I had, from Danny Robledo to Tony Taylor. Danny Robledo put us in the ring, which is now illegal. He had us down in there doing the bull in the ring, hitting each other, gave me the nickname Smack, which was a name that I carried throughout my Pop Warner years. Tony Taylor might have been the guy that invented say it with your chest, because when you messed up, Tony had his chest in your face. And he let you know how you can get better and always encourage you. It was a great experience. Jack Luce was my coach in high school over at PHS. I kind of went to a few different, but he was like the main coach that I had.
That's all right.
Take your time.
The biggest coach is
Take your time.
It's all right.
Take your time.
the biggest coach and supporter in my life is my father.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Without him, without him, I wouldn't be the man I am today, the player that I was in the past, and the support of my mother. I wouldn't be standing here in front of you today, so thank you.
Thank you.
Interesting story about James McAllister. Justin Watson is a Mayor alumni, and we all watched the Rams win their Super Bowl champion, but they hadn't won one since they were in St. Louis. And we learned from Justin when we inducted him that if it had not been for a phone call that James McAllister made down to San Diego State, he was coming from Marshall, and he called the coach and said, "We have this kid, and I think he can really be great." And if it hadn't been for that phone call, he doesn't know, really, if his opportunities would have came forward. So your dad was
Awesome. Yeah.
awesome man.
Yes.
We have two more for or one more actually for the inductees that are here. Okay. I wrote this one for this coach because I had a long life with him before I even knew that he coached this thing called track and field. I had two brothers that ran for Pasadena High School, and as a kid, I knew and seen this man a lot, but I really didn't know what he did until I went there. But I wrote this for Mr. Make sure I have his full name for him. Arthur J. Large. Mr. Large was a coach out at Pasadena High School. He coached basketball and track and field, but this is what I wrote for him, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. It's called Marks of the Century. Building a top-notch track and field program or a championship program is not a team often used for high school, it's not a term that's often used for high school sports. Making it to the state finals is a coach's dream that only a few will ever experience in their careers. In fact, most coaches default their successes to a state ranking, win and loss record, or a high placement in the league meet. Rarely do they say, I coach the fastest. I coach the best hurdlers. I coach the best long and triple jumpers. I coach the best quarter milers. Or I coach the fastest 4x1 and 4x4 relay squads. Former Pasadena High School head track and field coach Arthur Large was the exception. Pasadena High School made history when it captured its second state championship in 1977. It hadn't done so since 1918.